Yo, what's up guys, my name is Blank Mega and this is my crowd control guide, also known as CC for Black Desert. I wanted to make this video for players who are newer or returning that want to learn on how Black Desert combat PvP works. In this video, I will go over on how CCs work, resistances, protection, and damage modifiers. Let's get right into it. In Black Desert, there are 8 types of CCs. There are stiffness, stun, floating, bound, knockdown, knockback, grapple, and freeze. Now that we talked about the CCs in Black Desert, let's talk about the protections you can use to protect yourself from these CCs. There are 3 types of protections in the game. There are invincibility frames, also known as iframes, super armor, and frontal guard. During an iframe, you are considered invincible and no skill can hit you. During super armor, you take reduced damage and you are also immune to all CC besides grapple. And during frontal guard, you are immune to CC besides grapple from the front, but not from the back or the sides. However, you also get a shield in front of you that soaks up damage. There's also 2 types of CC extenders called down smash and air smash. Note that these CC extenders requires the enemy to be already CC'd in order to work. If you want to know more about which skills have what, you can press this button here in the skill menu to see exactly what every skill has. And on top of protections, there are also resistances that make you immune to enemy CCs. All characters have a base 20% resistances of all groups. You can add more via crystals and buffs. In PvE, 100% resistance is the max, but in PvP, only 80% will be applied to against other players. Any ignore resist stats works by being subtractive towards the enemy's resistance, not divided. For example, if the enemy had 50% grapple resistance and you had 10% ignore resist, the enemy would essentially have 40% grapple resist. In PvP, there's something we call a 2-point CC system. All CCs apply 1 point of CC to an enemy. There are 2 exceptions to this rule: stiffness and knockbacks, which only apply 0.7 of a CC point. When the enemy has received 2 points of CC, they are immune to CC for the next 5 seconds. Please note that the CC immunity timer starts the moment the second point of CC is applied. Back to the exception, to fully maximize CC on an enemy, you would apply a stiffness or a knockback before the last point of CC is applied. The last thing I want to talk about is special damage. There are 4 types of special damage, ranging from down attack, air attack, critical hits, and back attacks. All of these will deal extra damage to your opponents, so try to incorporate them into your combos. Back attacks are applied when the enemy is facing away from you and you hit them from the back. critical hits do extra damage whenever you hit an enemy with an ability that has critical hit rate on it. Down attack is only applied when the enemy's back is on the ground and the ability you use has a down attack modifier on it. The same goes with air attack. The air attack modifier will only apply when the enemy is in the air from a floating with an ability that also has an air attack modifier on it. And that's it. I didn't plan on getting into the nitty-gritty numbers in this video, but more as an introduction guide for players who wanted to learn on how combat worked in Black Desert. Thanks for watching, fellas, and take care.